All right, folks, welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for SPAC. This much for anything all year. I mean, we've seen some crazy things happen this year, from like the All-In thing getting announced, some 5-star matches from people going different places we never thought we'd ever see before, like Chris Jericho showing up in New Japan. New faces showing up in new places all the time. Hey, we got Ronnie in the chat. What is up? Good to see you here on this live video. And if you don't catch all of this now and you catch it in pieces, this will be complete on Wrestling with Wrestling, giving you little bits and pieces here and there about it. Now we finally get season 4. Before we get into it, though, I just want to talk for a second about being. This is probably going to sound weird coming out. I'm trying to put it to words. I was giving this a lot of thought today. The kind of wrestling fan I'm becoming, and just for example, I didn't watch Raw this week. I didn't watch SmackDown for like the second or third week in a row now. And that's not me hating on the WWE. It's just whatever they're doing right now, it's not syncing with me. And it makes me feel weird saying that, because I got so many favorites that I still love in that company, like Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Owens, Daniel Bryan, just to name a few, all the Shield guys. But whatever they're doing, I'm just not excited about it. So, which is another reason why I haven't been talking hardly at all about anything WWE on here. It's not like I'm putting up the. I'd rather watch, and I've said this before, I'd rather watch an hour of NXT than 5 hours of Raw and SmackDown. Roman Reigns. Yes, I like Roman Reigns. Shh, don't tell anybody. If I jump on another podcast and they want to talk about it and I'm in the conversation, I'll talk about it. I'll give my 2 cents worth. I'm not going to be like, oh, WWE. Yeah, the build-up for Money in the Bank this year was bad. I hope the payoff is good. Yeah, Money in the Bank has been slowly over the years becoming one of the big draws. I mean, it's almost kind of like a Royal Rumble kind of build-up for sometimes, but it depends on who's in it, who they're behind, who looks like is getting a push. And it's been so all over the place lately. I don't know. It's just me. So, I mean, if you hear what I'm saying and you get it and you want to throw your 2 cents in on it after the fact or whatever, let me hear your thoughts on this. Just because, like I said, it's weird as a wrestling fan. I'm more excited for like stuff like the build up to All In a few months, new stuff going on in Impact Wrestling. They've been killing it lately in a good way. Lucha Underground's coming back. NXT is always good. So it's like there's pieces of the WWE that I'm still very vested in. When I'm done doing this, I'm probably going to go watch 205 Live. Their cruiserweights still put on incredible matches, So it's just funny. But there's new stuff I'm checking out all the time. MLW. I was watching a couple episodes of that. And that's exciting stuff. And that's an hour long too. So yeah, I was reflecting on this, today and a couple days ago, thinking about how the channel's changing, wrestling's changing. I just went over 100. This is not bragging. This is me being saying thank you. I just hit 460 some subscribers, over 145,000 views on the channel. That's insane. I mean, yeah, I'm not Mr. 3 billion views or something. I'm not going to get a plaque on my it was a nice little chunk of change. Nice little chunk. Ronnie says there's just so much wrestling out there now, and WWE really isn't doing enough to keep your interest. Yeah, I mean, I'm just so invested in so many other things. It's like you can only have so many favorites, and you can only watch so many hours of wrestling during the week. And this, what I'm going to be talking about now, is going to be one of the best. I want to get your opinions on what you're excited for Lucha Underground as well. What are you looking forward to? Who are you looking forward to? What storylines are you looking to dig back? Oh my Lord. I'm out of beer, folks. Swear to God. Dig back into, but let's talk about a few of those. Let's first talk about, because that's, man, you watch so many episodes over the last handful of years or whatever it is of Lucha Underground, you forget everything that's happened, like the major points, some of the minor points that are important. And that was cool to see. Let's talk about the women. There are some that are coming back, and there are some that I'm guessing are not. One thing that they pushed big last season that, as far as I know, is not coming back is Sexy Star. Now, there was some controversy over the last couple of years, things she did outside of Lucha Underground, AAA, other places, what have you, how she treated other women in the ring affected her. She hurt some girls, and there was a lot of, some people wanted to talk about it, some people didn't want to talk about it. It was kind of weird, I'm not saying anybody was lying. It's just how it came out in the news over the course of several weeks was just like, I don't know, and I give like props to like Rosemary. She didn't really want to talk about it. Whereas Sexy Star went big on the defensive and almost, how do I say this? Acted fool, like she didn't know what was wrong or something. From my memory back then, that's how I read it. So even though I don't think we're getting her in season 4, I think we are going to get some kind of conclusion to her story. And I happened to find this right before I went live. I saw a tweet from Chelsey Green talking about tomorrow. I mean, if you caught the news, you saw the trailer, certain people are talking about certain people that are new to season 4. Chelsey Green, a.k.a. a hot mess, Laurel Van Ness, is a part of season 4. It's out there. See, that's a little spoiler, but it's really not a spoiler anymore because everyone's talking about who's on there. See, what's interesting is she completely changed her look. She dyed her hair black. You've seen the pictures out there, like those poolside pictures. Her hair is jet black, and whew, it's getting warm. Is it getting warm in here, or is it me? Ooh, she's not a hot mess in these pictures, I can tell you that. Deal with in all of season, almost said 4, 3, that was like never resolved, that we thought we knew what was going on. She probably is a brunette. Yeah, go look. Yes, Ronnie, yes, she is hotter as a brunette. Go look at her pictures on Twitter. Just do that after you watch this. Trust me, guys. The Moth. What the hell? Marty's sister. Can't think of her name. Sister Moth. She thought it was her because of her former feud with her. Thought it was still going. It wasn't her. In the last few minutes of season 3, the little girl comes up to her and So I really want to know. I mean, from what I heard, like on the MMM show, she doesn't wrestle in season 4. She was not at the temple. That's not to say they didn't do some kind of private backstage segment where Chelsey Green like killed her off, something like that. It's very possible. In this show, anything's possible. Hell, we have time travelers for crying out loud. So yeah, can't wait to see Chelsey Green's character, who she's all involved in, who she's going to go against. But I have a feeling we are going to see some kind of conclusion to Sexy Star. Pure speculation. Like I said, most of this is speculation that I'm talking about. But we pretty much do know that she is the cause to what's going on with Sexy Star. That much we could pretty much put the pin on. Cobra Moon. Cobra Moon is in the poster for season 4 Lucha Underground, aka Thunder Rosa. Oh, one big note on her. This weekend, Thunder Rosa is making her debut. I can't think of the name of the show. It's a 2-parter this weekend. State of the Art for Ring of Honor down in Texas. She's making her debut for Women of Honor. One of the matches, one of the days, I think she's going against Emma or Tennille. What the hell's her name? Dashwood, formerly Emma of the WWE. I can't wait to see that. That's incredible. You can also go to this one. I had it bookmarked in my watch later list on YouTube. The Heel Face Wrestling YouTube channel. There's a 2-parter little documentary on Thunder Rosa on there. You can search it on there. You'll find it. And behind the scenes of how passionate she is, how hard she's working to get her stuff going and down in Texas, her own little sabotage show going, and how she's promoting it and all this stuff. And she hasn't really been in the industry that long, but she's really good. What, 4-year? You call it 4-year vet, I guess, for almost 5 years now. So, yeah, that's one person I think is really going to stand out this season. She was in the trailer. We're going to see a lot of Cobra Moon and her whole tribe, her whole lizard. Is it lizard tribe? I think, that's one thing I got real confused. Like, is it a lizard tribe? Is it the reptile tribe? I don't know. They got a dragon. They got a Luchasaurus. They got a Pindar's dead. They got a Daga. Well, Daga's not really a lizard guy, but he's her king. He's got that big ass sword. It's kind of scary. So yeah, women. Cobra Moon, gonna kick ass this season. Can't wait to see what she all does with her tribe and everything. Ivelisse. Ivelisse is coming back. I do not know if this is her last season. That's another thing. And it's been a crazy couple of years. Thank you for being patient. If you want off the show, come back. We'll write you off. But I don't think he's with the company anymore, which could mean it's a sign that it's the end of the Worldwide Underground. Purely speculation. Evans is gone as well. It's kind of, I don't know. We'll have to see. Women. Who else? Melissa Santos. Melissa Santos, from what I've heard, is back. They taped season 4 literally right after she had the baby, and she didn't even look like she had a baby, from what I heard. Amazing. Unbelievable. Don't know if she's going to get in the ring, though. Might be too early for that. Maybe season 5. Don't know. Women. Who else? the Temple of Mundo and Lucha Underground, Temple of, I don't know what the hell, doing the whole, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Raiders of the Lost Temple, Lucha Underground Doom thing, whatever. So yeah, you can tell by the trailer there's going to be some major stuff going on with her. And that's another one. I don't know, how many of these people are sticking around what I wanted to talk about. I'm not going to talk about absolutely everybody. Just wanted to hit a few big pointers here. Let's talk about the biggest character that everybody's going to be talking about this season one way or another. And that's the place they're at. And what I also found out in a recent interview, and I don't know how many people know this, and I only heard it revealed from one person, Temple, that warehouse. Hey, Spark the Discussion is in the chat. What's up? Good evening to you. Internet sucks right now. Okay, thanks for checking in. Good to see you here, man. And fix that internet. Fix those internet. I heard in an interview with I think it was Marty the Moth Martinez, and I don't remember where it was. Something I saw within the last month. A very interesting point he made. He said that this season at the Ice Temple is one and done. Right after they got done filming season 4, the building got condemned. So whatever's going on this season at the Ice Temple, that's it. They're not going back. I don't know if they already destroyed it. I have no idea. But I heard the building is condemned. So, whether it's being used for other things is not even possible right now, because once it's condemned, you can't go in there. So, who knows? Maybe that'll be like the end of the season. They'll show the building being demolished and, Pentagon Jr. standing on a pile of rubble, still champion or something. That'd be kind of weird. Kind of cool, though. So one very interesting piece of information I found out that I wanted to pass on to you guys. I haven't heard it talked about a lot as far as the actual place where they're at. There was a lot of people trolling about it when the tapings first started about, oh, they really can't do much. They can't do this. They can't do that. If you go watch the MMM show, Masks, what's it called? Masks, Mats, and Mayhem. Some guys have been at almost every taping for Lucha Underground. They get a bunch of the guys on the show to interview. Very cool bunch of guys. They've been there. They can tell you what changes there were, how good it was to be there. Obviously, they can't go into too much detail, but what's going to be interesting is because they were there so much is during each episode and them talking about what they saw compared to what's on TV. So go check them out. Tell them J-Bone sent you. Tell them Smash This Podcast sent you. So yeah, I'm hoping to work with them someday. That'd be great to hang with those guys for a couple nights and talk some lucha. Be a blast. Hoping to say. Oh, speaking of working with people, almost forgot. Wanted to let you guys know that someone is coming back to my channel. Has not been here for a long time, as long as season 3's been gone. Mr. Chris Phoenix is coming back to help me do reviews for Lucha Underground. Great mind for talking wrestling. Original member of the Wrestle Addict, if you know those guys. Formerly Wrestle Addict, now they've gone on to bigger and better things, becoming Rant with Ant, which I do my Impact reviews exclusively for. Like, this is on WrestlingWithWrestling.com along with my House of Hardcore stuff. which there hasn't been much lately. I haven't seen anything on Twitch lately. I missed that. Tommy Dreamer. Another segue. Get your shit back on Twitch. I miss it. Segue, another new guy in the temple this season, Tommy effing Dreamer. Mr. House of Hardcore. Should we Google that? Hardcore-ish? Or is it hardcore-ish? You look that up. Get back to me. I mean, who would you, I mean, just like I said, speculation, predicting. Who do we want to see Tommy Dreamer face? Could it be a power play to like take over the temple because he's an older, maybe he's a figure of authority? That'd be insane. How about Tommy Dreamer versus Son of Havoc? That'd be something I don't think we've ever seen before. I know I've never seen it. Oh, man. Talk about a hardcore delight. How about Marty the Moth versus Tommy Dreamer? That, oh, man. I think that'd be like my number one. I don't know. Jerky, something. I can't even imagine what Jesse Goddard is going to do. I'm guessing it's going to be something like his character jacked up to 10, like Jesse Goddard does. Killer Cross, Kevin Cross. What is he going to do this season? He is one of the new characters. He signed with Lucha Underground like 2 years ago or something. I remember putting the video really soon. He's back in AAA. He's back in AAA. He's killed almost everyone in AAA last year. Now he's back with that, with Teddy Hart and Hoovy and now Jeff Jarrett's the champ. It's crazy. Masquerita Sagrada, was that it? Told the Rabbit Tribe, and then whoever is at his side cackling in the power with some kind of powers. It's going to be nuts. It's going to get bloody. There's a clip in the trailer, like I said before in my review, where the Rabbit Tribe, they're holding his staff, and they're like, the end of the season, Mr. Dario Cueto apparently is no longer with us. Or is he? Last we saw him, his heartbeat was slowly ticking away, getting slower because he was shot from the Iceman. Agent, can't think of his name. But now his dad is there. We saw the official like picture of him that they put up on social media. People online, when he shows up in the temple, there seems to be some confusion. But I can't wait to see how it plays out on TV. Wow, the chat is just loaded tonight. It's so good to see. And it's not all even at me. It's just everybody's just talking. It's just really cool to see. All right. Uh-oh. Is it frozen? Hope not. Had viewers. Looking at the live one looks like I lost it. No? It's working. I think it is. All right. It's weird there for a second. All right. Maybe it's just my computer. So, with the show and how the show has evolved with him. It's nuts. And now we're going to see something new with his dad showing up. They certainly do look alike. I'll say the apple did not fall far from the tree. So let's see what else. Some other doing. Oh, I mentioned Sammy Guevara. Oh, also talked about Cage. A big piece of the show it's going to be revolved around is that gauntlet. The promo pic for King Cuerno shows him with the gauntlet. But in the trailer, it looks like they're trying to destroy it or go back in time and change something. That's going to be a significant part of this season. And I can't even imagine what they're all going to do with this. It's going to be crazy. But we know that Cuerno has it at some point with the he's in the room with Dragon Azteca Jr. and Aerostar. Maybe possibly doing some time traveling. I don't know. Weird. Let's see. So Cage is going to be crazy in this season. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot more new people. Some people we're not going to see anymore. It's going to be bittersweet. Obviously, season 4, he's going to have just probably the match of the week, possibly with the Dream. That's going to be nuts. That is one event that I'm going to be watching absolutely this weekend. So yeah, like I said, it's bittersweet that Ricochet's on there. He was such a pivotal part of Lucha Underground. Said goodbye at the end of last season, obviously not coming back. So yeah, the show is changing so much. Another face that's not going to be around anymore, from what I've heard, is Angelico. Angelico's no longer with the show. That's a bummer. He's moving on to, I don't know, I was going to say bigger and better things, but he's been spending a lot of time in Europe. A lot of UK, a lot of German stuff, overseas stuff in Europe. I've watched a little bit of it. The guy's still darn good. What I really loved is when he was a regular part of Lucha Forever. So, another thing I'll touch on, and then I think we're going to wrap this up, as far as storylines that were touched on last season, but now they are. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's and it's a little bit of sci-fi mixed with a little bit of reality. There's a real island down off of Mexico somewhere, and this guy collected dolls and hung them all over the island. There's some kind of like myth behind it, but the island is real. It's a real thing, and they're incorporating it into this story. Somehow Ricky Mundo, part of the Worldwide Underground, ends up with one of these dolls, and somehow it ends up, I'm guessing, wreaking havoc in season 4 on the Lucha Underground locker room. Like one scene, it looks like one of the dolls is actually kicking Taya's ass. Very weird. I hope Dario Cueto's death, the changing of locations might be a story. Leadership in the temple, new faces. Krista Joseph, one of the writers, said we're getting 22 weeks of Lucha Underground. That's going to take us into November. what we can hope for and pray for from season 1, where I kind of fell off the radar for a bit and didn't cover it on here, and I was just watching. I don't know why, but it is what it is. You miss stuff, you move on, you know, you come back to it later. Yeah, all I can say is I hope that a few months from now, we start hearing announcements for tapings with this transition between seasons this time. That there isn't like some kind of really weird half-year long break between this part of the season and that part of the season, and all sorts of crazy stuff happened in the last season. So yeah, we'll wrap this up. But by all means, let me get killed off. You know, I mean, that's another big factor is, you know, some people are going to go along the wayside in the show. It's there's plenty more of that where they came from. Go check out some of the other Lucha Underground stuff if you're a fan. Give the channel a sub and go check out all sorts of other great nuggets of pro wrestling stuff on wrestlingwithwrestling.com. Andre Corbeil's stuff that he putting blood, sweat, and tears into. He's got over 40 contributors from literally from around the world contributing pro wrestling stuff to the website. I'm one of them. I'm happy to be and proud to be part of the family contributing Lucha Underground stuff to the site, along with House of Hardcore.